Have you ever caught yourself watching an argument on the street, a fight on social media, or a scandal on television? Unable to look away, even though you know you probably should? That almost irresistible fascination with other people's conflicts is one of the most powerful social forces that exists. We often say we hate drama, that it's toxic, that we prefer peace. Yet when gossip surfaces, when a dispute explodes, when a scandal unfolds, something inside us lights up and we end up consuming it like a forbidden delicacy. The big question is, why do we love drama so much? The answer is not as simple as saying we are curious or naturally gossipy. Behind it lies a cocktail of biology, evolution, neuroscience, deep emotions, and invisible social dynamics that trap us without our awareness. Our brain was shaped in a world where life depended on constant social vigilance. Thousands of years ago, in small tribes, knowing who was allied with whom, who betrayed whom, who was in conflict, and who could be trusted could mean the difference between survival and isolation. Drama wasn't entertainment, it was vital information. Observing the conflicts of others was a way to anticipate danger, to understand the rules of the group, to protect oneself from exclusion. That constant need for social awareness was etched into our brain's architecture. And although we no longer live in caves, we are still wired with that same mental map. When we witness drama, even if it doesn't involve us directly, our brain activates the reward circuits. Dopamine, that neurotransmitter that drives us to repeat pleasurable behaviors, begins to flow. The same substance that lights up when we eat something delicious, win a game, or fall in love is also triggered when we witness conflict filled with tension and uncertainty. What will happen next? Who is right? How will this end? That very uncertainty is addictive. And when the resolution finally comes, when someone is exposed, when the truth comes out, when catharsis erupts, the brain feels rewarded. Drama becomes the perfect cycle. Anticipation, tension, resolution, reward. And each spin of that cycle hooks us deeper. Science confirms this. Researchers in Barcelona found that hearing gossip activates the brain's reward centers more strongly than receiving neutral information. Not only that, gossip is remembered better over time. This means gossip doesn't just hook us in the moment, it sticks in memory more powerfully. From an evolutionary perspective, this makes sense. Remembering who did what, who broke the rules, or who betrayed, was critical for protecting oneself and making safer choices in the future. That's why even today, a piece of gossip at the office or a viral scandal online lingers far longer in our minds than a dry, factual news story. But dopamine isn't working alone. Mirror neurons, those brain cells that fire when we observe others' actions and emotions, also play a major role. When you see someone shouting in anger, when you hear the crack in a person's voice as they cry, your brain echoes those feelings internally. You feel the tension, the adrenaline, the discomfort, even if you're not involved. It's as if you're running a simulation of their experience, but without the actual risk. That vicarious participation generates excitement, and it is at the heart of drama's pull. It allows us to feel powerful emotions without burning ourselves in the real fire. Drama also plays a powerful social role. It regulates reputation. When we hear that someone broke the rules, acted badly, or betrayed trust, we aren't just entertained, we're processing valuable information about how the group works. In practice, gossip is a mechanism of social control. It punishes deviance, reinforces shared values, and keeps the group cohesive. It may sound frivolous, but strategically, it's vital. People who weren't present for an event can learn about it, judge it, and adjust their own behavior. In this way, drama has allowed humans to maintain large, complex groups far beyond the size of ancient tribes. Everyday examples are everywhere. Imagine you work in an office and hear that a coworker secretly criticized the boss. You weren't there. You aren't part of the conflict, but you still pay attention. Why? Because it might affect the workplace atmosphere. It reveals power tensions, and it may shape whose side you'll take in the future. In families, when word spreads that a relative did something controversial, even if you're uninvolved, the story sparks debates, judgments, laughter, or indignation, and those conversations reinforce family bonds. And on social media, the examples are endless. A viral scandal, a public feud, an accusation. Everyone rushes to watch, to react, to comment. The more polarizing the drama, the more attention it grabs, and the faster it spreads. So why is drama so addictive? Because it combines what the human brain craves most: relevant information, intense emotion, and immediate reward. It's an explosive mix of dopamine, adrenaline, social memory, and morality. When someone breaks a rule, we feel indignation. When someone suffers, we feel empathy. When someone wins an argument, we feel satisfaction by proxy. That emotional roller coaster keeps our attention locked like almost nothing else can. But here comes the controversy. Is drama good or bad for us? Some scientists argue it's useful, that it strengthens social bonds, teaches us what behaviors are acceptable, and keeps communities cohesive. Others insist drama is toxic, that it manipulates us, wears us down, fuels anxiety, and divides. And both sides are right. Drama is a double-edged sword. It can unite us, teach us, and entertain us. But it can also manipulate us, distract us, and destroy relationships. Look at politics. Many leaders understand this mechanism perfectly and exploit it. They know drama captures attention, so they stage public conflicts, exaggerate disputes, and invent enemies. In doing so, they divert attention from real issues and keep people hooked on a never-ending spectacle. The same thing happens in the media. Scandals are prioritized over depth because scandals sell better. And on social media, algorithms reward conflict because it generates more comments, more reactions, more screen time. Drama becomes a tool for mass manipulation. So the question arises, are we victims of drama or accomplices in its spread? Many people criticize sensationalism, yet they keep consuming it. We complain about gossip, yet we take part in it. We say we hate conflict, yet we secretly follow it. What does that say about us as a society? Can we really resist drama's allure, or is it simply too deeply woven into who we are? Drama also comes with psychological costs. Consuming too much conflict can create stress, anxiety, and feelings of insecurity. Being constantly exposed to fights, scandals, and polarization makes us more irritable, more distrustful, and more likely to see enemies everywhere. When it's excessive, drama can poison relationships, waste our time, and even affect our mental health. Yet, in moderation, it can be a source of entertainment, catharsis, and even learning. Dramatic stories in books, movies, or series can help us understand human complexity, reflect on our own emotions, and rehearse moral dilemmas from the safe distance of fiction. Art has tapped into drama for millennia. From Greek tragedies to modern soap operas, from Shakespeare to reality TV, drama has always been the beating heart of human storytelling. Drama reflects who we are: emotional, social, contradictory beings, caught in moral dilemmas, desperate to understand each other. And if we've been producing and consuming drama for thousands of years, maybe it's because we need it as much as air. It lets us experience life in all its intensity, but without burning ourselves entirely in the fire of real conflict. In the end, the great paradox is this: we say we hate drama, but drama defines us. It entertains us, it teaches us, it shapes our identity. The key is not to eliminate it, that would be impossible, but to regulate it. To be aware of why it attracts us, how it works in our brain, how it can be used by others to manipulate us, and to choose how much space we allow it in our lives. Drama can be a mirror that helps us know ourselves, or a prison that traps us in endless cycles of tension and distraction. And now I want to ask you, what role does drama play in your life? Has it ever hurt you? Or has it brought you closer to others? Do you think media-driven dramas distract us from what truly matters? Or are they inevitable and maybe even necessary? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments. And if this video made you reflect, if you feel you now understand a little better why we are addicted to drama, give this a like, subscribe to the channel, and suggest in the comments new topics you'd like us to explore together. Because in the end, what makes us human is sharing, reflecting, and questioning even about the things we claim to hate, but secretly can't live without.